good vibe, we shine on the light. Welcome to Chatnite, we bring you good vibe, we shine on the light. We all over the world, Chatnite Africa. We all over the world, Chatnite Africa. Welcome to Chatnite, we bring you good vibe, we shine on the light. Welcome to Chatnite, we bring you good vibe, we shine on the light. We all over the world, Chatnite Africa. We all over the world, Chatnite Africa. Welcome to Chatnite, the only place that we give you good vibe. Chatnite Africa. Welcome to Chatnite, all over the world we are shining the light. Chatnite Africa.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Voices of Africa on Chatnite. The world is replete with stories of men and women who blazed trails that fundamentally changed the way we live today. They didn't do that while sitting in a comfort zone. Often people don't get creative until jolted. My friend, you are about to meet someone whose brain was lit, ironically, by darkness. In this day and age, what can be done without electricity? With so much sunshine and wind in Africa, why are African towns and villages frequently plunged into darkness? Well, this is the frustration that triggered the creativity of the person you're about to meet, my guest today, Mr. Julius Shenga, to create something, to invent something that has become one greatest need across towns and villages in Africa. Mr. Julius Shenga is a physics teacher for the last 32 years in the northwest region of Cameroon. He is currently the technical director of Oris Solar Energy in Cameroon. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the guy, the genius on the screen. He is about to sweep you off your feet. Join me now in welcoming Mr. Julius Shenga. Keep watching. We have a great story to tell you today. It's going to touch you in profound ways. My name is Divine Chamakong. I'm anchoring this broadcast from Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. Hooray! Mr. Julius Shenga, thank you for accepting to come on my show today.
Thank you, sir. You're welcome.
Mr. Shenga is connecting live from the beautiful city of Bamenda in northwest region of Cameroon. Mr. Shenga, tell me, what took you down the path of making things instead of waiting for government to provide things?
Well, thank you, Mr. Chamukan. It's a good question, actually. They usually say necessity is the mother of invention. Necessity is the mother of invention. You just said it clearly that I've been teaching physics for the past 32 years. But way back 1998, I was posted to government high school, Nwa, border town with Nigeria, where you can imagine the state of civilization of that area. You know, it's almost common to many of our border towns that are usually behind. So Nwatu was suffering from all the things of underdevelopment that we know today. Lack of electricity, very typical, lack of water, lack of. So I was saying all sorts of discomfort you can imagine. It was not easy. And, you know, it's a matter of being a prick to get up and survive. Because I was really not in my comfort zone. I was in total discomfort. I was even frustrated. But I had a passion with the education of the children. I had to be there to educate the children, but somehow I had to survive. The teachers to be in good form before you can dish out knowledge. So I was badly touched by the circumstances of Nwa. And that's why I had my inspiration that no, be a physics teacher, there should be something I can do about it. That's the first step of a long walk to where I am today.
And we will walk down the path of your creative ability. I'm going to tell you a story. There is one of the billionaires in the United States who now owns a furniture building company. This is what led him to doing what he's doing now. He worked for somebody first, but at the end of every 2 weeks, when people are paid, he took his check to the bank issued by his employer, only realized that the check bounced. And each time he took the check to the banks, after the pay period, the checks bounced. The banks would not honor his checks. He got so frustrated and decided to create his own company with a friend, starting in a garage. Today, this gentleman is a billionaire in the United States. Dr. Richard Munang will tell you, it takes poverty to rattle you out of your comfort zone, to get creative, to become a maker of things instead of running around looking for employment. Now, Mr. Shenga, there were many things you could have created. Why create an energy source?
Yeah, thank you. That's a very good question. I usually tell people that energy spins the wheel of development. Energy spins the wheel of development. You know, any human endeavor, you must see energy coming in one form or other. If you have to go out to town or go up go to a neighboring town or village anywhere, you are being carried by car or transported on a bike, you must put fuel. If you don't, you'll be trekking like early man. And it take days where it's just a matter of hours. So honestly, that's how energy is with development. There's no two ways to go about it. And Africa's backboneness or the development, let me put it that way, is energy. Energy that is in abundance, in sunshine and in wind, as you just said. We are so rich. We are the richest in the energy the world over. When you look at sunshine, but we are so far away from the energy. We are so behind. I will tell people you can actually measure the development of any community, any country, by the way it harness energy from nature. You know, nature is the mother of energy, beginning with the sun.
Amazing. I mean, your story, I have to say, is amazing. I was listening to the news on the BBC, and they told me, and they were reporting that almost the entire Freetown in Sierra Leone was plunged into total darkness because they did not have power. You can tell the same story about Cameroon. You can tell the same story about Malawi, about Nigeria, about South Africa, surprisingly about South Africa. At this point that we are talking, you don't have electricity in Bamenda. Is that correct, where you are?
Yeah, very correct. Very, very correct indeed. And you see, the issue of energy, shortage of energy, shortage of electricity, cuts through Africa, from Cape to Cairo. It looks like an endemic. It looks like it's not going away. All the dams that have been built left and right, we still are in the same mess. Nigeria is just
I keep saying that God works in mysterious ways. Your presence to do this show when there's no energy supply in the city of Bamenda, in the Northwest region where you are, speaks volumes. It means you don't have to rely on government power supply. That's why you can do this show. This is amazing, I have to say this. But what explains the fact, Mr. Shenga, that we are suffering in abundance? We have an abundance of wind. We have an abundance of sunshine. So what's your understanding of the problem? What is it? Why is it that in the midst of such abundance, there's such scarcity? What a paradox.
That's a very good one, sir. It comes from many angles. I just want to say that solar technology, or I will say energy technology, is high tech. It's a bit beyond our capacity in Africa. It's new technology that's developing, and it's just coming to Africa. Coming to Africa when Africa is really having its good sunshine. On the other hand, too, I think our governments, they have to sit up and really believe in energy of the sun and believe in their local engineers, believe in their own. They will have to open the doors to take advantage of this free energy that's pouring daily, good sunshine, wind, and all whatnot. They should take advantage. It's there for us. It's for us to push them to see how we can transform the country very fast with harnessing sunshine or wind power or other sources.
If you were to advise government, if you were to advise any African government, would you advise them to go for hydroelectric power or solar energy?
They are already going on hydro, and we still have the problem. So if you give medicine to a patient suffering from malaria, the same medicine is not really improving. It's natural. That's time to keep somewhere else to get solution. So I think what our governments should put in their minds, solar energy used to be really the high tech in those days, but somehow it has come within our reach. Because the white man began to see that he hasn't got the sun, even though he has the technology. He hasn't got the sun. Africa has the sun. And one mighty project there, I think it's Morocco, they really had to establish a big solar plant to export energy to Europe to have abundance of sun. I want our government to actually believe in their own, believe in our scientists, to protect their local researches. They should not be going for research for agro and all those other things that's been like traditional. They should start going.
You said something very significant. You say energy is the wheel that spins development. I will never forget that fine line.
Thank you.
And then you say that if we are doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results, it seems to me that's the definition of insanity. Now, if we have used hydroelectric power, I remember when I was in Cameroon, it used to be called Sonel. The names have changed a million times from Sonel to what's
Enel.
Mm-hmm. And we changed names of the energy supply company in Cameroon, and it's going worse. So you're asking yourself, why not try a different thing?
Absolutely.
And what's that source of a different thing? Wind, we have more than enough. Like Sierra Leone has more than enough. Sun, we have more than enough. Like Nigeria, Zimbabwe, Ghana, they have more than enough. I just don't understand the logic why African towns and cities be plunged into darkness in the midst of plenty. Mr. Shenga, you teach physics. You've been teaching for 32 years. Typically, a lot of people, when they get employment with government, they think that they have arrived. Tell me, what is it that just, you've been teaching physics, and I assume probably you have a degree in physics or so to teach physics. Sure. All right. It doesn't stop you. And you get out of your comfort zone. I have to say, it wasn't pretty when you made that decision, getting out of your comfort zone.
Not at all.
How did you deal with the pain?
Well,
the pain is your zone of comfort.
Yes. The only there's some element of fortune there. But again, they say that fortune favors the great. And I'm a physics teacher, as you rightly put it. And whenever I go to that section, energy, it's a topic in physics. I don't know, I'm boiling with passion. It's a natural thing. It just occurs to me natural. I just feel, very passionate about energy, that particular topic. So I've been to see limitations. I've been seeing limitations of our activities because of energy. So somehow I was pricked to try something. And the first thing I ever tried was a solar cooker. A cooker that used to make the sun. And the result was so spectacular I was able to boil beans with the sun. You know, beans is a hard boiler.
You use sun to boil your beans, to cook your beans.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go. What else?
The result was so spectacular until they gave me an National Excellence Award. I just knew myself that day an angel of the sun. I should continue with it. My whole body is shaking when I begin to get this energy. So the passion in me could have been driving force. And the good thing is that results were coming one after the other. From the very first result, I was really motivated to try the next thing. The very first result was terribly challenging. I was giving up in many instances, but I don't know, I could not give up. You know, the passion must be in you. They have an obstacle, a major challenge, you don't want to give up. So until I had a result that anybody could see, until they gave me a National Excellence Award, I just knew that there was something in me in that line. So I pushed it hard. That's what an award does to people. That's a good thing. It may not be money, but it's worth some paper and recognition, but it does something to you. So I pushed myself so hard, and I was trying to research. I saw that I could research her. I saw that my ideas can work, because the physics that we teach as a physics teacher, I've been telling my colleagues, we have to learn to believe in the physics we teach. We have to learn to believe in the physics we teach. I can give you a simple example. In physics, we know that light travels faster than sound. You know it. Light travels faster than sound. When there's a clap of thunder, let me take an example. When there's a clap of thunder, there's a flash. That's lightning. There is a thunder with a sound. Then you see my people making the sign of the cross when you hear the thunder. Meanwhile, the danger has already passed. You may be seeing without physics teachers too making the sign of the cross. Meanwhile, the danger was the lightning that kills, not the sound, not the trouble of the whole thing. So that's an element of us teachers, physics teachers, not quite believing in the science we teach. So that's what it is.
I'm going to ask you questions about transforming theory, because we have a lot of people who teach theory, they teach it for donkey years, and they're not thinking how you can use that theory to make things, to make money. Because people become billionaires when they single out a niche, find out a common problem, and then provide solutions to that common problem. Take any billionaire that you can think of. That's how they started. We will continue with this conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Voices of Africa. My name is Divine Chamukong. I'm anchoring this broadcast from Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. Do you know somebody, wherever in the world, regardless of nationality, who is making things or creating devices that resolve common problems? Let us know. Do you know of somebody who is doing things selflessly that's touching the lives of people, things that are touching the lives of people? Let us know. These are the stories we want to tell on this platform. I will be right back in a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, time for a little break. Stay tuned.
Are you looking for a vehicle to pick up your food, soya, achu, ale, and much more? Garrett Delivery Services got you. Call to order from your favorite African restaurant and then schedule your delivery. We will pick up your food and deliver to your home, office, or anywhere you are.
You are watching Voices of Africa on Chatnite Africa. Once again, join me in welcoming this genius physics teacher live from Bamenda in the northwest region of Cameroon. And we've lined up powerful contents on this program, on this broadcast, on this platform. So those of you watching us on YouTube, please hit the notification bell and the subscription button. We have stories, great stories, life-changing, life-saving stories on this platform. That's why we brought this genius of a physics teacher on the line, live from Bamenda, Cameroon.
We love Chatnite Africa.
It feels terrible to be poor. Yet there are people who believe that poverty in itself could be triggers of creative work. Mr. Shenga, how far is that true?
I think it's so very true. It's so clear, honestly. You know, the teacher I am, a teacher that is almost getting to something universal as far as Africa is concerned. Teachers are not well paid. It's an open secret. So they are, you know, in front of daily problems left and right. And a way of getting out of that could be, you know, you start something that can win you some small pocket change. But when I started like a passion, being a physics guy I am, you know, trying to try the new ideas and see where it matches with the theories. When I started at a level, started giving me small money, I saw that as a chance to get myself out of poverty. And as I said, that ORES Solar Energy is actually the department of ORES. And ORES is an NGO for the promotion of basic education and child-centered development. An NGO for promotion of basic education and child-centered development. You see, at once, an NGO is for development. An NGO is for development. And poverty alleviation, and we tell people, you don't think of alleviating the poverty of others without removing that on yourself. So I saw my chance in solar energy to improve on my income. It started it's even now very humble, but I have a very big dream. I have a very, very big dream just for Cameroon, for the whole of Africa. We can make solar energy our own. Africa can make solar energy its own because it has the raw material, sunshine, which the other people don't have. So it's a story of getting out of poverty.
Mr. Shenga, I cannot imagine anyone in any African country that will not need your product. I just can't think of one. What's the alternative? Live in darkness? Not be able to do anything? Well, it's said that the taste of the pudding is in the mouth. I'm going to now show you what Mr. Shenga actually is talking about. Stay tuned right now. You are about to be marveled. Here we go. You are watching Voices of Africa, and I will run this video again in case somebody missed it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the genius behind it. Beautiful. Mr. Shenga, what's the capacity of what we just saw? What can it not do? What can it do?
I just hope, because my screen here is not showing, do not show the image.
That's fine.
Yes. So, but anyway, our strong point is solar generators. Solar generators, they are like generators, as all of us know, but this time, instead of using petrol or diesel, it's using by the sun. There are many people who are into solar energy, but they still have that notion of going components by components. But we somehow that's a strong point. We found a way to make it one simple package you can carry along. So it becomes a solar generator, not using diesel nor petrol, but just sunshine, which is free, God given. And they start from very small sizes. We tailor them to the basic needs of the people. We look at the population. We know I've been through the cycle of poverty. I know all the levels. So I say, no, this particular group of people, this is their own. This other group, this is their own. From the least poor man there, maybe it's a headsman up the hill, tending to cattle, to right up to, why not, the ministers and the big lots. So we can make them in many sizes. We actually compose them. Very convenient, no noise, no fuel, just plug and play. It's a new idea in solar energy installations. There are many people who have been doing solar installation, but not in this dimension. For that, we are proudly Bamenda, proudly Cambodians on that particular dimension of solar energy. So you can do just too many things. You need to ask myself what you cannot do.
So what is it that yours, how is yours different from the all others that we know on the market?
Yeah, first of all, mine is portable. You can move around with them. The mine is easy to install. It's plug and play. You know that expression, plug and play?
That's right.
The mine is more affordable. It's more affordable because if you have to go on mass production, that's what we're trying to do. Naturally, our price start going down. So try to make them in packages. So in huge numbers, they become cheap. If you put my own things and you scatter them into pieces, I will get into company by company and be billing there or whatnot. You will see that ours is more affordable and very convenient. I can take care of many people. And another strong point is that when we put this format, this portable format, it's in a cabin. This cabin actually protects the installation. So it will be long lasting because there's no interference from rats. Rats can do damage to electronics. Rats can just bite some cables and fire spark from somewhere. So the cabin protects the system and actually gives it a long lifespan. So our products, they're actually more affordable and a long lifespan, and they're very unique and aesthetic. We don't know about aesthetics. They're beautiful. They can sit in a parlor, can sit in an office. There's no hazard. So that's essentially the difference that we have in our systems.
So there's no, there isn't any hazard like, for example, carbon monoxide, no hazard if you put it in the house.
That's a good point. That's a big difference between our solar generators and the diesel generators or the petrol generators. There's no pollution, It's green. All of us know the expression green. Environmentally friendly. Does not throw carbon into the atmosphere that leads to global warming. So honestly, it's something all of us should put our hands on. If we preach this gospel of being green, reducing of global warming, we should go solar. We should go solar, and it's something for everybody the world over. Because if a local farmer, I can give a simple example, a local farmer is doing what they call Ankara. Ankara is a way of farming where they improve on the fertility of the soil by with fire. So when a local farmer is doing Ankara and throwing carbon into the air, it creates global warming. After America are having problems, not only that, I started from Africa. So the world over, we fight global warming. It's a global fight. So all of us should go green. That's what solar energy does to us.
Now, assume that I have a home, and we know about thieves around the place. Do you have to install this outside your home or inside your home? If you have to install it inside your home, does it need sunshine? Excuse my ignorance. I'm not a technician. I'm not a physics guy like you. Do you have to place it in such a way that is receiving sunshine for it to function?
Yeah, thank you. The system is at home. I also say they are built beautifully. They're aesthetic. So the system, the generator itself is at home, but the source of energy is the panels, solar panels. So those panels will be on the roof, and the simple cable brings them down to the system. It's almost like a TV with a cable going out to the dishes up there, the antennas.
I get that.
You understand? Yes, it's just something like that. So there's no hazard. Those smoke, nothing.
That beautiful box, and again, I'm going to run that video again. That beautiful box can be placed inside your home. Is that what you mean? Or it has to be placed outside?
Inside. In your living room.
Beautiful. Now, I am going to bring that video again. You are watching Voices of Africa. This is what we are talking about. You are watching Voices of Africa, and this is what we are talking about. Now, talk to me. What does it, how long does it take to produce something like this? It's so beautiful. I thought it was like a boom box where I just play my music from there. It's just so beautiful.
Yes, when you are researching for manufacturing, you have to cut down on the production time. You have to cut down on the production time. It means you look for ways of getting things done very fast. You know, in the developed countries, they say time is money. So 1 or 2 days highest, I'm done with one. 1 or 2 days highest, I'm done with a unit. So if you make a command for, let's say, 100 of those generators, all I need to do, I'll just say, give me like 1 week, and it'll be done. I have quite a following with, you know, students have trained. I just call them like family. I say, let's do it. So labor is really standing by my side. The manpower is really by my side to give me the energy to get things done within the shortest possible delay.
Keep watching Chatnite Africa.
What has been the impact of creating Ores solar energy? Has it seen the growth, the birth of other affiliate businesses around where you are?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll not just talk alone about Ores solar energy. I maybe talk about solar energy as a whole. Honestly, it's doing wonders here in the Northwest. It's doing wonders. There are many areas without electricity. There are many farmlands. As a rule, the further I get away from the urban circle, the more you find the need for solar energy. And you take something like agriculture. Cameroon essentially is a agro state, let me put it that way, where agriculture is one of our main occupations. To do farming, you must have land, and to have land cheap enough, you must go away from urban circles. And going away from urban circles means you'll be away from the national grid. You'll be away from any. But if you're there in the bush, you cannot leave town and go and be a bushman. You naturally carry your things on town to those areas where you work. Is it a plantation or what? So to get things done, you need solar energy to give you the basic comfort. If you're having workers, you have to work in a plantation. They need to charge their phones. They need lighting. They may need television or even a laptop to browse. That's the body man. So solar energy gives that all that possibility. It gives that possibility. So it's so good, so good.
Beautiful. We will be right back with more questions. And if you have any questions for Mr. Julius Schenga, pick up your phone, 240-603-7367. If you have any questions, pick up your phone, 240-603-7367. Let's have a musical interlude at this point, something from the North. And you're watching Voices of Africa on Chatnite Africa. My name is Divine Jamakon. We have this physics teacher, Mr. Julius Schenker, who has been teaching physics for 32 years, but decided that, it was time, enough is enough about this intractable power supply problems hitting towns and villages across Africa. He is producing things, making things that are changing lives. You don't have to be in darkness where you are. No, you don't have to. You don't have to rely on government power supply, regardless of the country where you are. Whether you're in Nigeria, Cameroon, Sierra Leone, Malawi, Ghana, you can contact him and he will make one for you and you will feel so liberated. Can you imagine a bird that sneaks out of its cage? Oh boy, that bird can fly and fly and fly and feel like there's no stopping point. Ladies and gentlemen, join me once again in welcoming Mr. Julius Schenker. What other solar-powered products do you make?
Well, apart from solar generators, in my catalog there, you maybe see solar shaving clippers. I just mentioned solar cooker. Then there are other things. The solar world is so vast. It's so vast. Even incubators. Incubators, we can handle that with solar. When there's no electricity and you are trying to get a fertilized eggs to incubation, it becomes a problem. So you really cannot do without solar energy when it comes to incubation. And the other solar related things, like there's a solar bulb, a special solar bulb, we always look, you just mentioned the word a niche. You mentioned the word a niche. A niche means a vacuum there in the market, a need in society, which you have to fill. So we even have other designs which are not very solar, but they are almost in line, like the zero charcoal fire heater. Zero charcoal fire heater, a kind of fire heater that does not use charcoal, with the traditional way of doing things. If you have a special oven, it's a special oven, like a super oven, which you can transform your firewood kitchen, fireside, as you are calling it in Bamenda, using wood, into a bakery by just placing the oven over the fire. Then we even design chandeliers. You see the beautiful chandeliers that hang in beautiful palaces, or in people's homes. They come from abroad. We said, we could do us. The list is getting long. There are just too many things.
This is amazing. If you organize a show, and I've seen this across social media platforms, if you organize a show and you say, hey, everybody, I'm going to give out 50,000 francs, in the case of Cameroon, or $50, free. You don't have to go to the farm. You don't have to do anything. You will have thousands and thousands and thousands coming to follow what you're doing because they're hoping to get money. So what is the problem? That what comes to people's minds is to go for free things instead of learning to make things. These days, if you go on Facebook, on YouTube, you can learn to fry puff puff. You pretty much can learn any art on Facebook, on YouTube. So what is it? People talk about government, but what are young people not doing that they should do?
I think our youths are in a haste. They're in a hurry to make money. And they're in a hurry to have certificates. They believe having certificates leads to the money. They're in a rush. And honestly, don't take time to learn. I was just telling somebody, you may say I'm a genius. No, I'm not a genius. I'm just a hard worker. I know how to sweat. I really know how to put my energies on something. I know how to refuse to fail, refuse a failure. I know how to push it hard. You have learned about the famous Thomas Edison. How out of 1,000 times he was trying to invent or design the bulb, the filament bulb. It might have failed 999 times, and the last time that gave it the solution. You see, it's a matter of a resolve not to fail. That's my nature. Be a physics teacher, it's all those challenging problems. I sometimes feel that if I'm a physics teacher, if I'm a physicist, this physics problem, I must solve it. So that's usually my approach to doing things. I'm not in a rush to just have certificates. I'm not in a rush to get money as youth people are doing. Honestly, I'm passionate about learning. I really want to understand. It's not a matter of getting exam. I remember when I had my advanced level in physics, there were some physics problems, A-level problems I still could not solve. I could not, even though I had a good grade. So after the GCE, I still went back to try to solve that problem. So I'm passionate about learning.
That's one of the solving problems. That's what has brought you to this point. The
absolutely
to solve problems.
Yes, that's what we want to advise young people. Please, it shouldn't just be exam and looking for money. Whereas we know the pangs of poverty on all of us, really try to get to the basics of knowledge, the fundamentals.
You took it out of my mouth, Mr. Shenga. I'm going to ask you a question, put you on the screen alone to speak to those people, young people, one, who were not fortunate to go to school. Young people who went to school, but for some reason dropped out of school. Young people who graduated from school, perhaps because they went and read history, geography, economics, whatever, and came out and have no jobs. People, civil servants who have retired and wondering what to do during retirement. Now, not these classes of people. I'm going to put you on the screen to speak to them. What do they need to do to put food on the table?
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, that's quite a mouthful of the number of persons out there who may be having one common problem, which I think the issue of orientation. Many of us might have schooled, but have taken wrong specialties, which may not really help us. So I usually tell people, okay, I've done like journalism as Mr. Chaboko is in front of us, is expert. But somehow it's not yielding the fruits. Somehow many people are into journalism, so it becomes very competitive. I will tell you, please, you can kind of reorientate. It's never too late to learn. You may take a different field and be humble enough and start again. And there's something about the human brain. Be a teacher, somebody will do a child psychology, the development of a child's brain. I just tell people the development of a child's brain is in faculties. The development of a child's brain is in faculties. It means maybe one faculty of mathematics, a section of our brain is mathematics. Maybe another section of your brain is English. Maybe another parts of your brain is, let's say, religion, and around nature. We say these different parts of the brain, they don't grow equally at the same rate. They don't. So a child is then from 3 is having problem with mathematics. Don't condemn that child to say that is finished with mathematics. Don't condemn. It may just be that faculty of mathematics is a bit slow. And somehow when I start getting to a man, you may see the mathematics coming up. You may see the mathematics coming up. So I'm saying, no, it would appear if you said I have to learn anything as a man, you do it if you are ready to put giving the sweat. So I would not accept to say that this child is dull in mathematics, or this child is dull in English, or the language is whatever, that generalized classification. No, I believe if you said you had to do any particular thing, first of all, the passion. First of all, tell ourselves, okay, this part I'm taking, this specialty is not really working. Okay, let me recoil, let me go behind again. It's like trying to get over a hill. You could not get over a hill. Okay, you come back and you take another course, which is maybe less challenging, maybe longer, but you may now eventually get a breakthrough. So we are saying for those who did not go to school, it's not too late. We've seen giants that have emerged, not because we went to school, like Bamenda that I'm here. I've heard of Bagana, who was known as Papu. He never went to school, became a millionaire. Don't say you never went to school, you are finished. No, we will say life is a big school in itself. Be very observant, be vigilant. When you see knowledge, align yourself to it. When you see somebody who can teach you one or two things, please roll your sleeve and learn. You can even learn from that man. Be observant. So say we should not relent our passion for learning. We should not relent our passion for learning. That even goes to our retirees. Our retirees, okay, the good about a retired person, he has time. He has time to himself. So you can use that time for, push your passion. This solar energy is not what I was trained for. I was trained as a physics teacher. Then I somehow follow my passion and bit by bit, I unify myself where I am today. So please, we have here the School of Life. They should love learning. They should, when they have an obstacle, they should come behind and start again. There's no rush. Thank you. So there's no rush. They can go ahead.
Yes, you are watching Voice of Africa, and my name is Divine Cham. I'm anchoring this broadcast from Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. Mr. Michael Ngwa on the line from Douala is confirming everything you are doing, and you are saying, you know what? You have to learn to do new things. You have to develop a passion for solving problems. This is how you make a difference in society. I will be bringing up Mr. Julius Shenga for his closing remarks, but time for us for a little break. One more time. Stay tuned.
Hey there. Do you have an event coming up like wedding, baby shower, birthday parties, or graduation ceremony? Are you in need of transportation for your chairs, your food, drinks, canopies, tables? Garrett Delivery Services got you covered. We will pick your items from whatever location and transport them to your event location very fast and safe. We also do moving. We will also transport your flowers and couriers to wherever you want us to do so. Go now and schedule a delivery on gerek.com. You may also call the number 240-701-8513. Thank you.
I want to thank the proprietor, or the CEO of Garrick. Use his services, amazing services. Imagine you can be somewhere and just order a plate of arrow or any food, achu or jerk chicken, wherever you are, and call his number, and the driver will go there and bring it right where you are, so you don't have to drive across town to go get what you want to eat. Anything, furniture, anything, junk removal, anything. All right? That is Garrick Delivery Services. Once again, let's now bring up on the platform Mr. Julius Shenga for his closing remarks. He told me that he has powerful closing remarks today for everyone. A word for everyone. Julius Shenga. Right. What's your last word today? You have 2 minutes.
Okay, I just want to say that there's something I've come to notice among us Africans. We have a kind of inferiority complex as far as science is concerned. I tell people that science is universal. Science is universal. It's not just an American thing or European thing. I want to say that us Africans should believe in the science. We should take advantage of science to solve our daily problems. We should not wait for Europeans to do that for us. If you take the Chinese are good learners of science. If you open a fundamental science book, you will not see a Chinese name there. But then they are now threatening America with their science and technology. They are good learners, so we can follow that trail. We should look at the Europeans and the other people, eyeball to eyeball, would not know inferiority complex. SARS is something that you can follow the rules, what they call the standard method, you have the result. And that's what we're trying to do. And it's not only the solar energy and simple practice. I've been written books to that effect. You can follow the rules and start doing things. I have many students coming to us, me from universities, and they see I put it into practice and the result come. They will get mixed up. We join in the research and the products they come. Now the products are getting ever faster. The time to make a product, to research a product now is getting shorter because like kind of a mastered research methodology. So I advise people to maybe daring, believe in the science, and not feel that it was done by others. They should not be afraid to fail. To fail, try again. Unfortunately, our state does not give us funding for research. What I've been doing is my teacher salary to fund it. Maybe I would have been flying, maybe I would have been employing all of Bamenda youths or even Cameroon. If they're giving me a small support, it's for the state actually to take its indigenous researcher at heart, to give them a bit of support. They are first doing research on the shallow pockets, but a bit of push, they will fly and they will solve the big problem of youth unemployment. So I just want to say SARS is universal. It's for all of us. Let's follow the Chinese way. Let's look at the Chinese man. Let's get his products out of our market. Let's replace his products with our own products. What they call import source substitution is a term I'm hearing again and again. That if there's a product coming from Europe, you produce a local one to get that one out of the market. I think bit by bit we can reconquer our market, and balance of trade can be in our favor. And then bit by bit, keep out. Thank you very much.
I know I asked you about your last word. What's the durability of your product? How durable are they?
That's a good question. I want to say that durability is an important factor when it comes to the cost of anything. The durability is on the durability of batteries. And those batteries, we get them from Europe. We have researched the batteries, but we don't have the wherewithal to start producing our own. So we still rely on the people, companies abroad. So batteries that we use we try to research, we place many batteries online, and we use the ones that we really meet the cost, the satisfaction of the clients. So for durability, we are fine. For solar energy, with the panels, they have a lifespan of 25 to 50 years. 25 to 50 years. So you can kind of back up, you can defend the upfront cost of solar energy with its durability, with its lifespan. So it's really not a worry. It's not a worry.
Thank you so much for coming on Chatnite Africa today. To extend my love to the entire team at Ores Solar Energy in Bamenda, Cameroon. Listen, if you're a physics teacher, team up, build a team, come up with ideas, solve problems. That's how you make money. You don't have to be a physics teacher. Even if you teach history, even if you teach economics, a history teacher, an economics teacher, a geography teacher, a chemistry teacher, a physics teacher, math teacher, you can form a company first with ideas to resolve problems. But note this, your greatest capital is your passion. If you don't have passion for solving problems, you cannot make money. You might as well just wait for freebies, watch shows that say, hey, look, listen, watch some freebie shows and they give you $50 or $20. The problem there is that they wouldn't give you $50 every day. So these guys on the screen will teach you how to catch fish instead of catching fish and giving you. Thank you again, sir.
We love Chatnite Africa.
This is why you love Chatnite Africa. We will come back again, please. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the notification bell and subscription button. We've lined up powerful contents for you. Thank you again, Mr. Shenga, for coming.
Come.
And before we wrap up, we are going to have a piece of highlight music for you, just in case you are watching this from Nigeria or Ghana, even here in the United States or Europe. The world has become a global village. Here we go.
Chatnite Africa. 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 Chatnite Africa.
Oh yes, Africa's voice to the world. That's what Chatnite Africa is about. You can advertise whatever you do here, whether in Cameroon, Europe, or the United States. You can advertise your stuff, your business here. Advertising, very important. Anybody who does business understands this. Now, we also have a broadcast. We also have, take note of this, a mobile broadcast unit. We can broadcast from the top of Mount Kilimanjaro. I'm pretty much saying we can broadcast anywhere you are, cover any occasion, any public occasion, as if CNN was there doing it, and that's exactly what we do. We have great equipment. We can do all of that, interviewing people on the spot, as if you're watching CNN. So contact us if you're organizing graduation, what do you call it, a celebration of life, a funeral, whatever. We've broadcast, we've covered burial ceremonies right from the cemetery. We've done that. We can do that on Chatnite Africa. And on this platform, we have 3 shows. We have Voices of Africa, we have Healthline, and we have Family Matters. Ladies and gentlemen, that's where I say merci à tout le monde. My guest has been Mr. Jilo Shenga, connecting live from the beautiful city of Bamenda in the northwest region of Cameroon. My name is Divine Chamukong. I'm in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. Je vous aime, mais il faut que je parte. I love you, but I got to go. Bye for now. I will see you very, very soon.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I'm coming. Coming to get down. I'm coming. I'm coming. Coming to dance. To dance. We're gonna dance. We're gonna dance. We're gonna get down. We're gonna get down. We're gonna party, party hardy. We're gonna boogie, boogie woogie. And when we jam, it's out of sight. This song right here, it's dynamite. I'm ready.